Dear learner, welcome to Jenkins Session 4, where you can learn how to integrate Maven project with Jenkins jobs. In today's session, you will learn what is Maven all about, how you can install Maven in Eclipse, how you can create a Maven project, how you can execute Selenium script through Maven and TestNG, how you can install Apache-Maven, and then how you can set up Maven home variable in your laptop or desktop. What are the different key Maven commands available? Key difference between Maven and Jenkins. Installation of Maven plugin required to run a job in Jenkins. Setup of Java and Maven path in Jenkins, and how you can create a Maven project in Jenkins, and after that, right, how you can run a Maven project from Eclipse as well. So what is Maven? So in case you started learning Selenium WebDriver, you already know, right? Basically, in the standalone mod, we used to create Java project, and after Java project is created, in case you want to write some script for Selenium WebDriver, so you need to download the jar file and you need to add those Selenium jar file into Java project. But whenever you are talking about the Maven, we will not be downloading any jar file manually. Instead of that, in the Maven there is a feature available called POM, or the page object model.xml file, where we can add all the relevant dependency, right, so that automatically it will try to download all the relevant jar file into the project from the central repository. So Apache Maven is a software project management and comprehension tool based on the concept of a project object model, right, POM. Maven can manage a project builds, reporting and documentation from a central piece of information. Hence, we would not require manually downloading this jar file. And suppose say today you are using any version, says a version X, right? So definitely in case of Java project you need to manually download it and add it right onto the project. And tomorrow X plus 1 version is coming, so what you need to do, you need to download X plus 1 version again manually, and then you need to go to the project and you need to remove the X version and you need to associate X plus 1. But in case you are using Maven project, so just you need to just change the version name in the dependency, so that automatically it will remove the old version jar file and it will add or update the new version jar file to the Maven project, right? So everything will be defined with the help of the POM, or the project object model XML file. So Maven is used to define project structure, dependencies, build and test management. Using pom.xl file, user can configure dependencies needed for building, testing and running the code. So in Maven, right, kind of running a script or execute a program is very easy. It will only having the 3 steps. First is that we need to install the Maven. In case it is not installed in your Eclipse, this will be one time activity. After that you need to create the project and add the dependency, and then you need to execute the framework. In case you are using any Eclipse version, right, Luna or above, so automatically Maven will be there in the Eclipse. Otherwise, in case you are using, right, lower version, then you can install the Maven in your Eclipse by following this 3 steps. So you need to go to the Eclipse marketplace. If you open Eclipse already, right, you can go to the help and then Eclipse marketplace, and here in the search box you can just type Maven and you can just install it, and then you can restart it. So automatically, right, it will be installed in case it is not available in your Eclipse configuration. But in case you are using any version, right, which is Luna or above version, automatically Maven will by default it will be installed in your Eclipse, right? Otherwise, already mentioned, you need to go to the Eclipse marketplace, you need to search for Maven and you need to select that one, right? After that you need to accept the agreement and restart the Eclipse, which might take some time to install the Maven in your Eclipse. The second thing is that now in case Eclipse Maven is installed in your Eclipse project, then you can, instead of Java project, you will be creating a Maven project where you will not be downloading any jar file manually. Instead of that, you will be adding the dependency, so automatically all your right, relevant jar file will be added to your project, right? So we will create clicking on the file and then new. So here we will not be creating any Java project, so we will be clicking on the project option, second option after Java project, and here we can type Maven, right, and we can select the Maven project. Okay, and we can select here, right, create sample project, skip archetype selection, otherwise you can select the archetype also if you are not checking it. Okay, and we can click here, and we need to give the group ID and artifact ID. So group ID is nothing but the kind of identifier for your organization or your customer or your own entity, right? So suppose here, like my channel name is Haradhan Automation Library, so I can give the unique identifier, so that by the name group ID itself, I can understand it is designed by me or created by me, right? So it will be your group ID will be your, or like I mean unique among your organization or your kind of for the customer. So maybe Haradhan Automation Library, right? And artifact ID is nothing but the project ID you want to give it, right? So it will be a project ID. So suppose say I can give it, right, Maven Jenkins integration, right? That is the project I am creating, and just press tab, right? So you could see the version is coming 0.0.1 snapshot, because this is the snapshot version, and you can so group ID, okay, group ID should not contain any spaces, it will not allow. When in case you are creating Java project or Maven project that does not have any difference, you should not having the group ID, right, any spaces. Now you can click on the finish. So your project will be created. It might take some time to build the project here. So you can expand your project. If you expand it, right, you could see several folder has been created: src main Java, src main resources, src test Java, src test resources, right? And Java is already added, though it is Java Maven project, but still all the Java related library, right, packages will be added to your project default. Apart from that, nothing is added to your project, right? No Selenium, nothing is added, right? So here we will not be manually adding those jar file. Instead of that, we'll be going to the pom.xml file, and just will be simply, okay, will be, this is the pom.xml file already created. You could see, if you double click here, you could see this is the project, right? This is the version, this is the group ID you have entered, this is the artifact ID you have entered, it was given, right? So you need to add a tag called dependency, right? You could see dependencies, right? If you add it here, so that it will be added, and under the dependencies tag you need to add all the relevant dependency, whatever is really required. So here, if I want to start, right, a project Selenium, right, so I need to, right, at least download the Selenium Java and the TestNG Maven dependency. So this is the path you can go here, mavenrepository.com, right? So let's me go to that path here, mavenrepository.com, and I can type here Selenium Java, right? So that you could see that thing is coming, right? It is coming from org.selenium right? So if you click here, you could see all the Selenium versions jar file will be available. I'll go with some stable version which is 3.14.59. So I'll not be using Selenium 4 now. So after we clicking here, you could see this is the dependencies coming here, right? With all dependencies, dependency tag, group ID, artifact ID, and version number. So this is for Maven. In case you are using Gradle, you need to add it like that, right? In case it is a kind of code line, right, you have to use that. But in case you are using Maven, so just you can copy it and you can paste it under the dependencies tag. So that is the one dependency. Then another dependency I need to require is TestNG dependency. So I can go here, I can type TestNG, right? So that you could see it is coming from org.testng, right? And I can take any version here. So I can go with that version 6.14.3, and I can copy that dependency, I can paste it, so that automatically all the TestNG related jar file will be added to my project. After that, you need to press save, Ctrl S, so that all your jar file it will try to add in your project. It might take couples of time. You could see here download source java doc, right? It is coming 0%, 1%, 2% like that, right? And you need to refresh your project. Just refresh it. Now you could see the Maven dependency is getting added, right? Which was not initially there. After the adding of dependency Selenium, Java and TestNG and pressing save, that dependency is getting added, means the relevant jar file is getting added to your project, right? If you expand it, you could see Selenium related jar file, TestNG related jar file is getting added to your project, right? So that is the way it is getting added. Now you can go to the src test java file and you can create a package, right? Fast. Suppose say Maven training, right? Then you can create a class. You can create a Java class or TestNG class. You can create new, and you can click here other, and you can type TestNG, so that you can create a TestNG class, right? Next, you can give anything like that, kind of Jenkins Maven integration class, right? And you can click on finish. Now here you can add some comment. You can remove this part, right? That is run all is not required at all. So let's just try to copy some code, right, to open something, right? So this is already there, right? You need to use @ annotation. You need to give any other method name, and you can give this thing, right? So system.set property, then after creating an instance object for the web driver class, maximizing it, passing the URL for the Facebook page, right? Giving the command Facebook page successfully, and we are just printing out the title of the current page, and we are quitting it out. So I can just simply copy paste those code instead of writing it. So it will be we @ annotations, right? So I can just simply go here, @ is there, I can remove it and I can paste it. Okay, so @test annotation, this is the method name I also need to give, right? I did not copy the method name here. So it means it will be considered the test cases. It is just the method name. I am first part I am setting the properties here. So webdriver.chrome.driver, and here you need to give the Chrome driver reference, right? Whatever Chrome driver has been installed. So let me check the path here. So what is the path, right? C user Dell desktop. C user, it will be Dell instead of XX desktop, and the Chrome driver.exe file. Here you could see some error, so I need to give any second bracket, and after that I need to import the Chrome driver class, and I need to import the WebDriver interface from org Selenium. Now it is done. So this is my test cases, and this is my method name. So I have created a TestNG class, right? Okay. Now let's try to run it. So you can use run as, and so automatically you could see TestNG test option is available, not the Java project, right? Java, because we already installed the TestNG jar file also, and you have created TestNG class. That is the reason. So now you could see. So based on the step, right? It is opening the Facebook page, maximizing it, right? Opening the Chrome driver, maximizing it, loading the Facebook page, and then it is giving the output in the console, right? So this is the console. Facebook page opened successfully, and it is giving the title of the current page. This is the method is getting passed, right? And you could see number of test cases got passed and one failure. There is no failure. So that is the way, right? I can definitely try to execute, right, TestNG class. But now I want to execute that particular class, right, from the form.xml file. So how can I do it? So I need to add Maven compiler plugin and Maven surefire plugin in the pom.xml file. This is the pom.xml file, and after the dependencies right? Before the project I need to add those two plugin, right? So this is the plugin is already code for the two plugin. One is the Maven Surefire plugin and second one is the Maven compiler plugin. You need to add it. So these are the lines of code you can add it here. Before the project, after the dependencies, simply copy it and just go here, and after the dependencies tag, before the project you can add it and you can press a Ctrl S, so that it will try to add those plugin, which is the Maven compiler plugin and another is the Maven Surefire plugin. So it will be sorry, build management. Okay, sorry, these two part will not be there because it is starting with build here. So I need to remove these two part because it's a duplicate one only. Okay, if you press save, you could see the error message is gone. So this is the Maven Surefire plugin. You can also go here, right, in the Maven repository.com. You can type here Maven Surefire plugin, and you can go with that also. You can take it, right, Maven Surefire plugin, similarly Maven compiler plugin. In case you later point of time you want to change the version, right, so then you can get it, but this is the thing, you can add it also, so it will work. Now after the project is got saved, right, then you can just try to right click here in the pom.xml file, and then you can, there will be option called run as, right, and then you can see this option is coming called Maven clean, Maven install, Maven test. So you can directly use Maven test, so that automatically it will try to execute the, right, that thing from the pom.xml file. So you could see it is trying to execute the code. Let's try to run it one more time. Run as Maven test. Yes, so it is kind of build is showing a success, right? There was no such error. Okay, let's me try once more time. Run as Maven, first clean the project, okay, then run it. So some problem was happening, so what I did, I renamed the project and I renamed the class and packages as well, right? So apart from that, just I have did one thing. So some problem might be happen, suppose say your .m2 folder might be corrupted, right? So you can do one thing, there will be option, right, called, if you select here, right, there will be option called run as Maven test, right? So let's try once more time. So here I will try to run it from that TestNG, sorry, I mean that TestNG class itself. So it is still running, right? So it is giving me result called right, the test case passed 1, and this is the output, this is the method called run. And if I go to that pom.xml file where all my dependencies and the plugin Surefire plugin and the compiler Maven compiler plugin Surefire plugin has been added, right? So if I want to run it now, right, apart from that, one thing we can do, just we can do one thing, update the project. Sometimes, right, some of the thing is not synced, so you can do one updating the project once, so that it will try to building the workspace in case something is missing, right? Once the update is successful, now you can run it with the options of run as and then Maven test. So it will try to run the test cases using the Maven pom.xml file. You could see running the test. It is opening the page, logging the Facebook page, right? And kind of it closing the browser. Now if you go in the down here, right, result, you could see this is the output is coming here, right? This is the output is coming, and the total run is 0. There is no failure. So this is the thing I want to get displayed, right, for the driver.get title. Apart from that, right, so it is completely giving the title page, okay, and you could see total run is 1 and fail is 0. There was no skip, right? So that is the way we can try to execute our Maven code, right, from the pom.xml file. Now next thing is that definitely I don't want to always execute the code from the pom.xml file here from the Maven. So sometime I need to run it from the command prompt. Any Maven project I can run it from the command prompt. Then how can you run it, right? So you need to go to that path here, maven.apache.org.download CGI. This is the path you can go, right? Once you open the path, right, there will be option for downloading the Maven, right, Apache-Maven file. So you need to click here, Apache-Maven 3.8.6 bin.zip, right? Once you click it, so it will be installed. So that is the exact file you need to. There are a lot of files there, but always please remember that bin.zip file you will be clicking here, right? So once you click, it will be saved here, right, in the download folder. So this is the download folder. You can extract it, right? So it will be folder like that, and you can place it any of the drive. So I already pasted in my D drive, in my desktop. This is the folder, right? So after that, you need to go to the my computer and you need to set the Maven path, right? Next thing. So you can go to the advanced system setting, and you can click on the from the advanced tab, you can click on the environment variables, and you can create a new kind of variable called Maven underscore home, where you can give the path till that, right? That is the path Maven underscore home, all are capital letter. That is the path you can give. Apart from that, you can go to the path variable and you can click edit, and here you can give the path till the bin folder. So that is the path you can give it, right? So that path also is added, right? You could see that is the added. So this is the two thing you need to do after downloading the Apache-Maven folder, right? After that, next thing is that, so this is the step already mentioned, right? You need to download that Apache-Maven 3.8.6 is the latest one, bin.zip. You need to unzip it. You need to set the properties for the variable and the path variable sections, right? System variable and path variable section. Then you can go to the command prompt. So you can press Windows R, you can type cmd, you can open it, and now here you can just check the version, mbn space hyphen version version, right? So you could see this is the version installed. This is the Maven home path, right? This is the Java version installed. Now you can go to the project location, right? So you can take the project path here, go to properties, right? Go to the properties here, and here just give the path cd space path here. Okay, so it is navigating to the project path, right? After that, you can first clean the project, Maven clean. That is the command for cleaning everything. In case some workspace has been already, right, already run something like that, I can clean everything, all the workspace, right? After that, I need to compile the project, right, so that in case any kind of error is coming, it will throw immediately mvn compile. So compile means first it will clean the project again, and it will try to compile any kind of error warning, right? It will throw it. So it's build success, no compilation error. After that, I can run the Maven test, so that it will try to execute, first clean the project, compile it, and then it will try to execute the code, right, from the TestNG class. You could see the test is coming, and then it is running the TestNG class dot test, right? And it is, right, you could see That's the tutorial run is 1, and you could see Facebook page opened successfully. That is the output, right? We should get displayed here. And apart from the title of the current page, right, which is nothing but here, right, Facebook login page, sign up page, and you could see there is no failure. So that is the way, right? I can also try to execute, right, from the command prompt any kind of Maven project. So what are the prerequisites? That first you need to have your Maven in your Eclipse, right? Then you can create a Maven project where you can give the group ID, artifact ID. So group ID will be kind of constant among the organization. It will be unique. Artifact ID is the project ID. Then you can create the project. Then pom.xml file, you can add the dependency for Selenium, Java, TestNG, whatever will be required, and you can add the kind of Surefire, Maven Surefire, and Maven compiler plugin. After that, you can create a package in any of the folder, right? Especially test folder, and then you can create a class and you can add some step, right, to launch the browser, to navigate to a web page, right, to get the title, other can quit the browser. You can run it from the TestNG class itself, you can run it from the Maven test. In case still you want to run it from the command prompt, you need to install the Apache-Maven file, you need to extract it, you need to place it some share path or your drive. After that, you need to add the path Maven home, right here. After that, also you need to add the path variable which is the build folder. Then you can run the different command, right? Maven version you can check it, Maven clean, Maven compile, and Maven test also will run three of the thing, right? Maven clean and Maven compile any error, then you will finally run it. So that way, with the help of the command prompt, you can do it, right? Next is like, what is the key difference between Maven and Jenkins? So Maven is a dependency management tool, whereas Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, right? So Jenkins is a CI/CD tool which uses various other tools or plugin to automate the complete build cycle, whereas Maven is a build lifecycle management tool that helps in dependency management and creating automated builds. Jenkins uses Groovy for pipeline creation or use the GUI for standalone job, whereas Maven works on XML-based structure for performing various actions in a build lifecycle. Jenkins can provide dependency between various jobs, but this is more of an action dependency, whereas Maven provides capability for resource dependency management, including third-party dependency for builds. Jenkins can do much more than build and deploy, such as server management, database management. It uses integration with various tools for this purpose. Maven is more restricted around code and build. This serve as a plugin in Jenkins for building Maven-based Java project. Then what is the required, right, in case you want to run a Maven project in Jenkins? So some plugin called Maven plugin you need to, right, add it, right? So how you can add it, right? So Maven plugin is a plugin that provides the capability to configure, build and run Maven based project in Jenkins. This is a must prerequisite for the integration of Maven with Jenkins. So you can go to the Jenkins. So this is the Jenkins dashboard, right? Jenkins URL, and you can sign into the Jenkins. After that, you can go to the manage Jenkins, right? And then you can go to the manage plugin. Here you can from the available section you can search with Maven. So there will be something called Maven plugin will be available, but I already installed it. That is the reason it will be displayed in the install section. After that, once the Maven plugin is displayed, you can check and you can click download now and install after restart. So automatically it will be downloaded and it will be installed in your Jenkins. It is already installed in my installed file. That is the reason you can see here. If you search with Maven, right, you could see Maven plugin, right? It will be displayed Maven integration plugin. That is the plugin name, right? So it is mentioned here. That is Maven integration plugin. You need to download it and you need to install after restart. So that is done, right? Then next thing is that my Maven plugin is downloaded, right? So if you go to the dashboard, if you click on the new item, you could able to see the Maven project, right? So that is what is done. So now I can create any Maven project along with freestyle project. Apart from that, I need to set the path of the Java and the Maven Apache-Maven thing, right? So how can I do it? I need to go to the manage Jenkins, right? Then I need to go to the global tool configuration from the system configuration section, right? And here I need to set the path for the JDK or Java as well as Maven Apache-Py folder, right? So here you could see, if you go down here, right, there is a JDK and there is an Maven. These two sections is available. So if you click here JDK and if you click here JDK installation, right, either you can give the path for installation, you can install automatically, otherwise I have given the path because already installed, right? Because Jenkins only supports Java 1.8 or Java 11, so I already downloaded the Java 11. So I am giving the name called JDK 11 and I am providing the path. So that is the first thing for the JDK. So you could see here in the my C drive, right, the program file, right, in the Java folder JDK 11 is installed. So that is the path I am giving it, and name you can give anything, right, JDK 11. And after that I also need to click on the Maven installation. So here also similar way, right, name I can give given as Maven 3.8.6, and this is the path I have given for the Maven installation, right, in the desktop, right, this is the folder is available called Apache-Maven. So this is the path you need to give it. So this is the two setting you need to do, right, and after that click on save and apply and save, right. So first you need to install, right, Maven integration plugin, so that, right, Maven along with the freestyle project, Maven project option will be there whenever you want to create the new item. After that you need to add the path for the Java JDK 1.8 or 1.11 along with the, right, Apache Maven path, right, and you need to click on apply and save. Then you can create a job in the Jenkins, right. So here now we'll be creating the Maven job, not the freestyle job. If you click on the new item, and here you can select the Maven project, right, Maven project, you can give any Maven and, right, Jenkins integration, that thing I can keep it. I can select the Maven project, I can click on the OK. So now Maven project will be created in the Jenkins, right, where you can give some description just similar to the other kind of project, right. But apart from that, now here I need to, right, enter the project path till the XML folder here, right. So you can give any description. This is this project is to validate the Maven Jenkins integration, right. And no, will be not selecting anything here. I will be not selecting anything from the source code management or the build trigger section as well, right. And we'll be going to the build section here, and here you could see automatically, right, pom.xml file is given, but I need to give the complete path of the pom.xml file from where the project will be running it, right. So I need to go to the project again. I need to select the path of the project, because in the project itself the pom.xml file is available. You can go to the properties, so you can take the path of the project completely, and you can give it here, and you can add one more slash, right, because in the project the pom.file xml is available. Now in the goal and option, right, you need to add the command, right, so which will be clean install. So clean and space install, exact command you need to add it. After that, no other setting is required. You can apply and you can save it. So project is created. This is the project, right. Maven project, you can see type is Maven project. This is the project and this is the project name, Maven Jenkins integration. This is the description. Now if you want to run it, right, with the help of the build now button, so your Maven project, whatever you have created in the Eclipse, it will be trying to run it. Okay. So it might take some time to run it. It's not like the freestyle project, because it will try to validate all the dependencies, right, pom.xml file. It might take a couple of seconds time to run it. So you could see the project is getting run. So that is the way, simple way, right. You can create sample Maven project, and then you can add all the dependencies, so automatically your jar file will be added to the project. You can create some package in the class, you can run it, and if you want to run it from that pom.xml file, right, you can also run it with the help of the Maven test. And also you can run it the command prompt, so that automatically you need to Apache Maven folder, you need to install it, you need to set the like variable section, the path variable, right. After that you can create a Maven project. Before that you need to add the Maven integration plugin, and you need to set the path for the Java and the Maven, and then you can create a Maven project. Right, in the Maven project you can give the complete pom.xml path, and you can add the command called clean and install. Then you can create the project, you can build now, and you can see now it is giving it success. You can go to the console output. Right, you could see this is the project is getting, I mean, workspace is getting built, right, and it is also all the thing, right, it is trying to run it. And you could see this is the test is also running, and this is the output also getting displayed, right, there is no failure, one is passed. So that way you can run it all your Maven project. You can see this is the build success, and the last it is success, and you could see this is the snapshot.jar file also created. So that is the way you can integrate right, Jenkins Maven with Jenkins, and you can create Jenkins job to run it. Now you could see the status is also I mean the last what is the project name I have created. This is the project name I have created, right, 1 minute 51 second it is executed. You could see this kind of sunny, right, no failure, right. If you select here, sorry, all the thing has been run, right, success. You could see there is no failure, 100% stability, 100% pass rate. It's run only 1 minute 50 second, only one build is there, no failure, total time spent is 26 second. So that is the way, right, you can try to integrate a Maven project to the Jenkins directly, right. That's all from today's session. Thank you.